Carolina. Thanks so much. Joining me now, Communications Director, Senior Strategist for the Republican National Committee, Sean Spicer. Sir, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Jake.
So, Sean, Trump won New Hampshire, Cruz won Iowa. You couldn't have two candidates who hate the Republican establishment more, and the feeling seems to be somewhat mutual. And when you look at the exit polls, your voters are mad, and they're mad at the Republican establishment. What's it like to watch this rejection of the establishment from the RNC?
There's a big difference between the RNC and the establishment. If voters are mad, and rightfully so, I think the American people out there are tired of a government that's not performing. And so all of our candidates on our side are talking about solutions that will get this country back on track and stop taking no for an answer so that we can actually have a government that we hold it accountable. So I don't think that that's that unique, and I don't view it as a repudiation of anything but what we're seeing right now in Washington, which is people getting fed up with where it's at.
But the Republicans control the House and the Senate. I get heartened by the fact.
Right, but we do have a small problem constitutionally because the man in the White House is a Democrat that doesn't work well with Republicans. So I think our answer is, look, if you give us the opportunity to govern again, put a Republican in the White House, we will get results for you in America. We will start having accountability. We will start reforming the programs that need reforming. We'll start ensuring that job creation is the top priority. But, yeah, I think there's a key problem. You can't, I mean, the president's used executive order to go around the Congress and get his way. Congress doesn't have that ability, and I think the solution that we've proposed to the American people is trust us again with the White House. We'll put this country back on track.
Okay. I'm not sure that that's what the voters are saying. I don't think they're only mad at Obama, but let's move on. Is there an effort by Republicans in Washington to encourage two of the three establishment candidates remaining, either Rubio or Bush or Kasich, to drop out, to stop Cruz and or Trump from getting the nomination, to get the party behind one person?
Absolutely not. No, I mean, this is and always has been about the voters. If you look at what Chairman Priebus did at the beginning of this cycle, where he sort of changed the calendar, if you will, we have more states that will, and more voters, therefore, that will be involved in this process ever before. We're going to go through this process of the carve-out states with Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and Nevada, and then immediately go into 11 states on March 1st. That's going to put more voters into this process, helping some candidates to stay in. Giving the boost they need, maybe making a decision for others that they don't have the support. But it will be the voters that ultimately decide what delegates get elected and go to the convention. But it is not going to be anybody in Washington. Jake, one more point that's really interesting is that when you look at both Iowa and New Hampshire, there were record turnouts on the Republican side. We were up 60,000 in Iowa, 25,000 in New Hampshire. That's a record for our party. It's not the true on the Democratic side. And so what the takeaway for me is that there is energy, enthusiasm, and intensity on the Republican side. New people are coming into this party. They want to be part of the effort. They like a lot of the candidates that they're seeing on our side. I'm really heartened about coming out of New Hampshire. I think if you're a Democrat, and let's face it, any Democrat realizes the only horse that you have is Hillary Clinton. And when you look at the fact that 60% of young people rejected Hillary Clinton and chose a 74-year-old gadfly from socialist from Vermont, that's not good. When you look at the majority of women rejected Hillary Clinton and chose a 74-year-old man, that's not a good sign. So if as much as there's concern about our party, I think that the real concern is about what's really going on in the Democratic Party right now.
All right. Well, I take your point, although I don't think it's fair to call Senator Sanders a gadfly, but you are the communications director of the RNC, so I understand. Sean Spicer, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.